I have always considered myself a really healthy person. I've made conscious efforts to eat healthy food in moderation and to exercise and to sleep well. So it was never crossing my mind that I would face any sort of large health issue, let alone something in my early years. So I went to get a mammogram, and that was probably, looking back, the hardest day of my life because everything changed so quickly. My parents and I sat in this small room, and the doctor walked in and immediately started tearing up, which I pictured was probably not a good sign. But she sat down and she said, "Kelsie, I've known you for years. I love you. This is really hard for me to tell you, but it is breast cancer." And that's hard to accept, especially when you're 27 and there's a billion other things you'd rather do than go through cancer treatment. I made a conscious decision early on in chemo that I didn't want to just stay in my house and be sad during treatment. And so I had this goal of walking 100 miles, and that was ambitious, but it pushed me that on those days when I felt super nauseous and I couldn't even get out of bed, we would go for a 1-mile walk around the neighborhood, and that might completely exhaust me, but at least I was still outside in creation, focused on the bigger world than just my small little cancer bubble that I happen to be in. But it's changed the way that I've viewed my opportunity to minister to people as a needs advocate too, whether it's cancer or a huge accident, car accident or something like that. I have a better sense of knowing how their entire world has shifted in a moment of minutes, and they're dealing with things that they never expected to go through. And so it's just a continual reminder that we get to be the hands and feet of Jesus for one another, and we get to help each other, not just financially, but with encouragement. And I think that's such a beautiful aspect of Samaritan that I would never want to lose. Because I'm a Samaritan member, I knew that I had complete freedom in regards to which providers I saw, what kind of treatment I wanted to get, and that they are so generous with cancer needs specifically that although I had a lot of other decisions to make, how I was going to pay for it and where I was going to go for treatment, luckily didn't have to be one of the things I was concerned about. There was one day that I had a really difficult day dealing with a ton of nausea from chemo, and I had gotten a share from a member where they had sent me a verse that was just so encouraging at that exact moment. And the verse was talking about how we have our momentary afflictions, but we know that what is unseen is what's to come. And that was so encouraging to be able to look forward to the day when Jesus returns and makes all things right. At the end of the day, somebody told me that I would feel this way, and I kind of doubted them, but I don't know if I would want to go back to Kelsie before cancer, because I have a deeper appreciation for my life as it is. It may not look exactly how I want it, but I'm still here, I'm still alive, I still get to spread the good news of the Lord, and I have a deeper appreciation for that, and I have a deeper appreciation for just all the things that my body normally does, that I'm returning to tasting the normal flavor of a food. Like, that's a beautiful thing, to have a heart that really lives in a place of gratefulness after you've been through something that kind of takes away some of those things that you might take for granted, for sure.